Hello, good morning and welcome. My name is Deirdre. I'm a cognitive behavioural therapist, and each morning I am sharing with you some tips around thinking differently and behaving differently. And today we are discussing perfectionism, and in particular the cognitive distortions that may come with perfectionism. So firstly, what are cognitive distortions? So they're often called thinking errors or unhelpful thinking habits. I prefer the latter. So oftentimes our patterns of thinking can be habits, and we get into patterns that are unhelpful. So it's kind of the last two. But when it comes to cognitive distortions and perfectionism, there are two that perhaps stand out for me. And with trying to be perfect and having unrelenting or high standards for ourselves, we often think that there's no point. If it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. If I can't do it properly, then it's just not worth even starting, or perfectly at least. So we often then have things that we might start and give up on, throw the papers away or whatever it is that we're trying to do, because it's just not going to be perfect. And imagine, if you will, a world where we never make mistakes. So a lot of the work that I do when I'm working with clients around unrelenting standards is to allow ourselves to experience making a mistake, a small one. So perhaps going to a shop and if something costs £3.50, that you hand the person a 2p and just see what that reaction is. Oops, I made a mistake. It's, the person behind the counter is not even going to register. They're just going to think, oh, try again. But often we think that people are going to judge us negatively. So the cognitive distortions that I would associate most with perfectionist or high standards, the first one is all or nothing. I kind of touched on that a little bit there. So all or nothing thinking. If it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. It's right or it's wrong. It's good or it's bad. It's all or it's nothing. The second is should and must. So I should do this. I must do this. I should do this perfectly. I must do this perfectly. And it can be worth challenging both of those ways of thinking, to allowing ourselves to experiment, to notice if there's another way of thinking about things. Is there a way of doing things differently? And I guess that's the core of cognitive behavioural change, when we look at how to look at those thoughts and look at them differently, or how to look at what we do, patterns of what we do, and perhaps changing them to something more helpful. I hope that that is helpful. Thank you for listening to me today. If you do like these videos, please do give me a follow, give me a like, or even a review of the podcast. It all helps, and thank you for listening to me today. Have a great day. Bye for now.